jump into this video. A couple things. One, I've got some new equipment. So about halfway through this video is when I started using it. Now, I need to get an external microphone. I've got this, it's like an otter box for your camera, and I got a bunch of other contraptions. Well, it kind of covers the microphone. So some of this video, you're gonna notice that it sounds like it's underwater. One, that's the camera not deciding if it's picking up wind noise or what. It's just hitting the camera different. So I've got an external mic on the way. So bear with me on that. Two, I've got some music in here towards the end of the video. Didn't think about it, didn't really care. A lot of other YouTubers that I watch, they have music in the background, and I don't guess if you're not like trying to use it for an intro or something. So I don't know. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm not taking it out. It's some pretty decent A-roll stuff. So with that being said, we're still on Miss Do-Right, Marcus's little 31 Coupe. So what you're gonna see is I get the front end taken apart, cleaned up, disassembled, or taken apart, disassembled, cleaned up, painted, made the steering components, that sort of thing, out of Heim joints. Pretty basic stuff, went through that, get it all back together. Then I scoot it from one space up to the lift. Now, there's no hood rat shit in this. There's no, it's just a real cut and dry video. But I start marking up, I get all the front end put together, start marking up where the hairpins connect to the frame of the rear, where it has the pivot. So you're gonna see that, and then I don't really go through the gussets. So I'll go that, I'll show that in the outro of the video. But hey guys, welcome to Pirate County Patina. We're still working on Miss Do-Right. We're making great progress. I had several days of really high winds. There was wildfires in Texas that got super close. Like the next neighborhood over, well, 2 neighborhoods over evacuated. Hard to breathe, super smoky, super sketchy, that sort of thing. It was close, guys. But anyhow, on those windy days, I was able to get out here and get a lot done, and I'm pretty eager to show you guys. So get yourself something to drink, sit back, relax. Sorry about the audio. I'm going to try to see if I can clean it up in editing. If not, man, bear with me. We're going to get all this figured out, and shit, let's do this. Okay, so I just recorded like 5 minutes of video and it wasn't even on. Let me take you to where I'm at. All right, so I'm working on the hairpins today. I'm gonna get these done. I've got this mount all put together yesterday, so it's where it needed to be, that sort of thing. I got it somewhat cleaned up. So this will be our transition piece that fits into here. Got the hairpins on here, so everything is kind of, looks good, like the style of it. Then I'll just put some gussets, you know what I mean, somehow, some way, something that looks pretty snazzy. But as far as the hairpin goes, this is what we're doing today and tomorrow. Super, super windy. So what the problem is this end of this hairpin here is 1/2 inch. Where it connects to the front end is 3/8 inch. So they just had a 3/8 inch bolt on there. Therefore, you can move it around. So I've got all grade 8 hardware. I'm gonna do that. I've got enough material to build a panhard bar. So I'm gonna get that done too. And I've got to pull all this front assembly off so that I can drill out these holes here. So I'm gonna work on that. Marcus is getting the little slugs for the steering. So I've made the steering rod, put it on there, and it hits the frame right here. So they did have it drop down for a reason. We kind of suspected so. So we're gonna try that before we go into custom engineering a bunch of stuff. So the noise in the back is Marcus. He's gonna make 4 of those slugs to where we can drop all the steering, the cross member for the steering, and the, let me see, we got the doodad and then the hootenanny, So I'm doing that. Marcus is clearing out the insides of those Dixies, chasing shadows, and I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse while I pull this front end apart. So catch back up with you in a few. So let me explain to you where I'm at and what I'm doing here. So this is our steering knuckle, okay? So this is what holds your steering rod and would it be drag link? So this is it. So with us having to put bushings in here to get it to clear the frame, this is upside down. Picture this. This flips up the other way. This puts it down to where we can put our heims in such a position where everything clears. So instead of just having a bushing in there, this is just a slug, okay? See what I mean? And that just, the bolt's in there to make sure that it's going through. But anyhow, I am going to build these and put gussets on the bottom of each one so that when I put the drag link on there, there's not gonna be, it takes all of, it makes it stronger, guys. I'm beefing it up, okay? I'm no good at explaining today, I guess. I'm beefing this up. So, sorry about the audio on all today's stuff. Man, it's super windy here, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. So, let's get busy. I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse. So listen here, Pappy. I've got a bunch of stuff done. Let me show you guys. Y'all remember my paint booth? I had that real high-end paint booth when I was doing whiskey dent. I've got it busted out. Let me show you that stuff first. Give me just a second. Let me walk over here to it. So, steering bar and other steering bar. I don't remember what the names are called. These are the disc brake brackets. I went ahead and sanded them all back down. Marcus got them really nice and clean. We painted them gray. I don't believe he was a big fan, so it's all going black. So anyhow, that bar, I've got, the only thing I have left to do is everything. So I've got a bunch to do still. On the front, so got the perch built. I got the drag link and everything for the steering is done. I have to make the pinhard bar, and that's about it. I've got to pick up some more material tomorrow. All that stuff is still wet paint, so I'll put that on here, and then all the steering will be done. I've got all these drilled out to accommodate for 1/2-inch bolts. Everything is super solid now. I haven't really made sure that anything is true just yet. We should be super close. We're at like 7 degrees on each one of the spindles, so we're at least in the right direction. So tomorrow I will go ahead and get the steering components on. I'm gonna start on this. I've got the little piece cut out right there on the toolbox. I just need to get that done. I wanted to get all the steering done first and build that one, get the other side done so that I can truly set this, you know, like set it and forget it. So that's that. When I get this done, I'm gonna go ahead and move to the transmission cross brace, you know what I mean, and just right on down the line. So I want to find a way that I can get this up. Once I put the wheels on it, I may go ahead and push it back over here to the lift. It's so much easier. The lift kind of gets in the way a lot. Like when you're working like this, you're always walking around the lift arms and stuff, but I need it up. So that's going to be a thing. But anyway, I just wanted to catch you guys up, and let's continue on. All right, guys, I've got all the painted parts, and I've got a couple hours before I have to go to work today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. This will be the finishing of the steering components. Let me hit this with some black paint before I put anything on it, because I don't want to have to tape it off later. Pretty chilly in here. It got back down to like 37 last night. If you guys haven't heard, there were some wildfires in Texas. And to say that it was sketchy was an understatement. They were a mile from the house. Everybody evacuating the neighborhood next to us. Got pretty sketch. That was the brake caliper. They're fixing to come off and get painted, cleaned up. All right. 5/8, 3/4, right there. I'll be glad to get this thing done. Hey, you know what? There's no need to sit here and watch me. Let me put you in a lickety split. Guys, we're on the last stretch. I've got the coupe moved up. I've got it on the lift. And we're going to start hitting some of that bottom stuff. So, well, not bottom stuff. I've still got the hairpin links, the main link that goes to the frame. I'm making the brackets and gussets for those. So, We're doing it, fellas. We're doing it. So stick around for just a second. Let me get this out and I'll show you where I'm at, all right?
If you don't have wizard scissors,
What are you doing in life, old son? Right into the toe. Got the shop all cleaned up too, so man, it's so much better. I went by Bad Habit this morning. He's got some cool stuff he's working on. Give me just a second, guys. Let me pop this off and we'll show you what we're doing here. What? There we go. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. Hold on to your horses. Sweet.
all right, guys. So what I've got is this beautiful little piece that we're going to fit right in here. Now, I already see a little clearance issue. This needs to be a little thinner because this has to come up right there. Let me get the old Sharpie.
And we're just going to hold it up here so it gets the same radius. And this is just a hair where it can scooch back.
Give me just a second. Hold on, I'm going to do this on the wizard scissors. So I've got this just about where I want it. We got a little bit of clearance and everything I need to clean up. I got one little hump right there, but this fits in there nicely. There's a little teeter. Where was that at? Let me get that out of there. I had it fitting right before it hit the ground. Right in there. There we go. No, still got the teeter. Hold on.
And it don't help to have
Have a great big old damn ass battery. Man, I bought a bunch of battery tools. I do not like them. I'd rather have corded tools. Right at you. Okay. Probably a great way to run my camera. Let's see. I bet that did it. We just needed just another scotch. There we go.
perfect, just like so. So I'll put a right angle on that and make sure that that's right. It's touching up under here where I can weld that, and then I'm going to put some gussets right here. What do you think about that, Vato Loco?
Give me a few little tacks here so I can move my magnet.
All right, boys and girls. Let me turn up the heat a little and turn up the amperage. Or that would be the heat and the wire speed. 255 on the wire, 20.2 on the amps. Let's see where we're at. I need to get in there just a little more and come up. You guys have to keep in mind I only have, well, I have two eyes, but I'm completely blind in one. So I have to do it like so. Bear with me. Slow down, Han Solo. Not too shabby looking. Little thin on that side, started walking away from it. Let me start back here a little. That's melted in, so I'm going to start right back up on the top of that one. There we go, we're back on track there. Let me get this little root right here. She's in there, now I can finish her up. My wire speed's just a little slow. Let me slow down a little. Make a puddle. There we go. All right, let's take a look, guys. Give me just a second. Let me find my brush. No telling. No telling where it's at. And I ain't touching it. That shit hot. Hot, I tell you. We're gonna let that cool off. There was a little niche in there that it burned through. I'm gonna let it cool down in just a hair and then I'll hit that and fill that in. Other than that, she's hot. I need to come in this hole, fill that, and fill that. Let me let it cool down for just a second. Give me just a hair of a moment. Let me find my big old brush. There it is. I can live with that. That's a good hot weld.
All right, let me fill in this little creeper hole right there and get these burned in. All right, guys, so I've got that little mount burned in and whatnot. It's all welded up. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that weld and that weld because they look hideous. And I'm probably gonna go ahead and remove the brake lines and clean all of this up so that I can get it ready for a coat of paint. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna cut some little gussets and kind of see what I like. I don't know specifically what I think would look good there. So that's where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna put you guys up. I'll put you on lickety split mode and we'll walk through some of that so that I can go ahead and set them there and see if I dig it, if I like the shape of it and whatnot. So let's start there. I didn't think about not showing you guys this on the driver's side. So this is how they have it. Now, there is 2 5/8 bolts that are coming through here and they have them welded up pretty hard. So what I did on the other side is I cleaned all of this surface. I didn't show any of it and I'll show it on this, but I'm gonna clean this up and get it nice and flat from where they made this. I've got this to where my little piece will set up in there, but I'm gonna clean this whole thing. And on the other side, I've already got this big gusset going. I've got a neat little structure and I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. But I'm cleaning these welds up and getting this done. But I wanted to show y'all this. This is the contraption that they have. So solid welded, and then they just put the 2 pieces together with this bolt here, and then this bolt goes to this. And it looks like something that was probably set up for something like this. Just thought I'd show you guys that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I've got this little piece made now. This has an extra 3/16 of washers in it for whatever reason. Never seen that because it was covered up. So I'm going to have to pull this out to get to that. However, I've got this set up where the last one is, or where the other side is, not the last one. And I need to do a little bit of trimming, so I'm just gonna take a little bit off here, coat that in. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up down to there or so, and get this burned in. Yow! All right, guys, so I went ahead and got this piece ready to go. Okay, so when I was talking about on the other side, I cut slits in it so I don't have to weld from the bottom. I just cut slits in the top and weld like a rosette weld inside those. And I've got this set where it fits up. Of course, it's not, woo, that's still hot. Fits in there like so. I've got little lines. It's all marked up, so I'm gonna go ahead and burn it in. I've got the grinders on the chargers. I can't tell you how disappointed I am in like grinders and sawzalls. Even like, I've got Milwaukee and DeWalt. Both of them suck. I'm so fed up with battery operated tools in the shop. Like, geez, they just, you chase more batteries than anything. So anyway, enough of me venting. That should do it for now.
You're a sweet strawberry wine.
Well, I've been wondering.
Let's burn it in, guys.
On my phone, wondering when you're gone.
Beads, dog. Beads.
Stand the chance of feeling somebody all over me, but what do I expect? That's a conversation that I'll never revisit.
She's hot, boys. Hot. H-O-T. That's what we want. We want to burn this bad boy in. And listen to, man, listen to good music with the sun up. Friday night, guys. What are you doing? That ain't going nowhere. All right, guys.
Singing life of a rolling stone.
That's what we want.
I'll see you again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
When
sir.
we begin to fly and there's peace all.
Hey, I thought of something. So get this. I watch a lot of YouTube and a lot of YouTube channels. And there's a lot of times those guys have music playing in the background and never get copyrighted. You know how much stuff I've thrown out, like just deleted because of music in the background? Now, picture this. Let's say you're working and you work with music on. That's typically where you get your groove and you do your thing. So I'd like turn off the camera and then I got to stop what I'm doing and do this and do that. We're trying something. I've got music playing in the background. And I want to show you guys where I'm at, man. It's a beautiful day, so it's Friday night. It's beautiful. I just burned this in. You just seen that. But it's pretty awesome outside. But let me show you this. So, so I've got it semi up on the lift. Guys, I can't work above my head. Like, this is perfect for me. And so anyhow, This is the one I just burned in that I showed you. I've got to pull some rubber grommets out there. We got to get some more, so that's not a big thing. That's all adjustable now up in the front. But so the front end's done. It's just dangling there. I haven't cinched down all the bolts because I want it on its own weight when I do. And I've got this side kind of going. So this is where I left off. So kind of cool. I have to start cleaning up around here because my father-in-law is having his birthday at our house tomorrow, so all the family can come. We've got a spread and plenty of parking, foosball pool, darts. We've got it set up for a good time. Anyway, let me flip you around. So this is the rear. These little panels just come out, which was super dope. A lot needs to happen. Don't know what I'm gonna jump into there. Got the rear deck lid off, just kind of looking over everything, and it's not horrible, but like I said, remember I showed y'all this is all just tacked in, and it's not a horrible idea, but if it was finished out with something and then done, just a bunch of that stuff, and it's kind of, I mean, like, we need to get all this stuff off there, you know what I mean? They're just gotta make it badass. Oh, there's a ton of washers on the yoke on the drive shaft too. Golly, see that? Anyway, that's enough of me talking and yapping. I'm letting that cool down. All my batteries are charging right now because batteries won't stay in a grinder but for like 12 minutes. Not good. Anyway, I'll show you where I'm at here in a bit. I just had that ponder with the music and I was like, we're gonna try something. So anyway, that's where I'm at. On that other side, I went ahead, whenever I did these, I went ahead and just cut several strips just so that I have them and they're a little easier. 4 of them are the same, one of them's a little wider. And the way I did it on the other side, it didn't work out how I thought it was going to. I was wanting to make like a cove, and I'm glad it didn't. But once I got the piece cut and bent it wrong, I was like, oh, that looks so cool. So I made that other little piece that just comes up like a deal. So it's coming up off this one, and we're wanting to make sure that we're wide enough. We got to clip this little corner here for the weld. Why do I have the scissors? There they are. So that we can get that weld right there. Okay. And we had it bent like so. And it went right to this little mark here. Let me check it and make sure that was right. Kind of get us an idea here. Not too much. Okay. So let's go to the other side right quick. And we're gonna make us a pattern with my dirty little fingers, okay? It's gonna be the easiest way to do it. That way they match up. Show you what I'm talking about. Give me just a second. I'm gonna get you guys set up, okay? I got a bunch of no camera equipment, so I can get you all these little now. And it seems to work out pretty dang well. So the other one was this long or so. So that's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip this up right here. Remember, we cut the little corner back over there for the weld. So we're just gonna set it there. Okay. And I'm taking my dirty little fingers. Perfect. Nothing to it but to do it, guys. That's it. Now, the other ones I haven't cut yet. So when I cut those, I'll do the same thing. Vice versa. So I'm gonna get you guys set back up over here. On this one, I'm gonna show you how I bent it because I didn't do it over there. So let me get all that set up right quick. I'll probably put you on lickety split. stitched up that you just seen. I'll tell you one thing, you don't want to get used to grabbing those fiberglass header wraps. Man, let me turn the radio down. It's getting a little late now. Whew. All right, well, I got the garage doors halfway shut. I got a little light off to the front, none in the back. Oh, been a day, got a lot done. So tomorrow, I've got to clean everything. We're having a party here. So that's where I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. There's going to be more in this, so no need in saying all that. On to the next day, buddy.
Hey, let's walk through a few things, guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out through that video.
I understand that the audio is a little crazy. Sounds like it's underwater. That sort of thing. I'm getting rid of the lines on here. That all has to do with, oh, everything. It's just everything. I'm figuring it out, guys. Stick with me. Be patient. Hold your horses. Tighten up your belt. Whatever needs to be said. Just bear with me, guys. I'll figure this stuff out. So, I noticed at the end of the video, I didn't really show you the gussets that I'm doing. And I'm not done with them. We had my father-in-law's party, which was a hit. And I just didn't get out here and do it. I didn't even clean up my tools because I don't want to get them right back out and start over. I was in a workflow, so I left it as it is. So let me show you this right quick before we jump off here. So this is the gussets. This is what we came up with. This is what I ended up with, okay? I still need to build the plate to put on here, but before I do that, I'm going to box this in right here so that it's nice and strong. Now, I'm not going to be able to get my welder way back in there, but I figure anything is going to be better than nothing before I cap this up, and I am going to go ahead and weld this up to where it's solid, where no moisture can get in there. Now, I'll put some weldable primer in there so that it's nice and solid, but I've got the same thing on the other side. I've got some brake part tools coming so that I can bend brake lines and that sort of thing, and we'll get started on that at some point in time. But got the same gusset over here. I just used cardboard and templated it off on my dirty finger like I showed you on one. This one was an 1/8 inch wider, which there's not much I can do about that. So they're not identical. But what is on this car? It did take me quite a while to do, which I'm not complaining about. I think it is what it came out, what it should be, using my little artist eye, my bionic eye, if you will. I think that fits the car well. Once I got the scallops taped on there, it really changed the look of the car, and I dig it. So I didn't want just some gussets or some little spider webs, or you know what I mean? Just keep it simple, but make it look badass, like something that I haven't seen. And I haven't seen that. Now, with that being said, let me flip you back around and show you these scallops. This is just taped on, guys. And I changed the 1 on the 3. I just think that's kind of a cool deal. And that's all on chalk. This is a flat black paint, so it just wipes right off. He's going to flat black this anyway. And he's got, I forgot what gold color is going to go in there, but I like this size. I think it's dimensional for the car. And I always do this like I do with the cardboard and stuff like this. I put it on there. I'll walk around it for a day or 3 before I make any decisions. But he said, badass, man, that looks good. So that's that. So I don't want to keep you guys too long, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out. I appreciate y'all continuously coming back and view it. I appreciate the subscribers. I haven't even done a 250 subscriber deal. We passed that a while back. We're probably 300 or more. I don't know. I haven't looked. I've just been so busy. But to each and every one of you, man, I appreciate your viewership. I appreciate everything. I've got a bunch of merch. I'm working with a company right now. They're supposed to have me some renderings here probably Tuesday, Wednesday, so a couple more days. And then I'm going to drop a dime or two and get a bunch of swag packs, being sticker packs, sticker bundles, that sort of thing. So I got some big stickers for all my boys, and hoodies, sweatshirts, that sort of thing for all my day ones. So that's going to be a neat deal. And we can start representing. We're about to start hitting the parks and all that stuff with all this cool shit that we build. So that's going to be neat. And I want to have it before the Lone Star Roundup. So anyhow, that's it. Appreciate your time. If you found any value in it, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you wish to do so, leave a comment. all that helps the algorithm, guys. And I'm close to about halfway to getting compensation. So nearly there. Anyhow, it's it. That's that. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching me turn chicken poop into chicken soup. Till next time, guys, peace and cheers.